Unfiltered show, we back at it. Unfiltered in the building. Unfiltered podcast show. It's the Unfiltered show.
Unfiltered podcast.
Unfiltered podcast. Unfiltered podcast. Unfiltered podcast. Unfiltered podcast.
What's up, Bay Area?
Unfiltered.
Unfiltered. Unfiltered. Unfiltered. Unfiltered. Unfiltered.
Are you mad?
Unfiltered podcast. We hot, nigga.
Yo, welcome to the Unfiltered podcast show.
What's
we back
happening?
again. Me and Lil Bruh. Yo, man, this is the first one without our mans. You know what I'm saying? So,
We got a lot of legs over here.
yeah, we can spread out. God damn it. Anyway, Unfiltered podcast show is brought to you by Smokeland. We are out here, Oakland, California, making waves. You know what I'm saying, bro? How you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling great, man. You know, I ain't been drinking too much. I broke my little streak with the legends here today.
Yeah, we got some superstars in the building.
Yeah.
Ice skaters. That's what I call them.
Ice skater. Why?
Because they ice skate on everybody. They motherfuckers, the legends, you know what I'm saying? Unfiltered podcast show. We know y'all listen to all 150,000 of you motherfuckers today. Today we got Bay Area legend, both of them, Chuy Gomez and Mindmotion in the building. Mindmotion.
What up, though?
Motherfucking industry veterans of the fucking game. Welcome to the Unfiltered podcast show. What the
Thank you.
fuck is going on?
Man, life is going on, man. Life is good right now. But let me just say, though, your little interviewing game, I'm digging your little thing you've been popping, though.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I learned from the best, goddammit.
Hey, you sounding real good.
Yeah, I'm learning from the best. I wish somebody give me a job.
Me three.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Smokeland Media.
Yeah, shout out to Smokeland Media. Anyway, man, y'all are on the couch of the Unfiltered casting area. This is the greatest shit on earth. We got a lot of people listening to y'all, man. You two motherfuckers have been rocking for over 25 years. And
Easily.
Yeah, at least. You know what I'm saying? We go back strong. Chuy Gomez, Mindmotion. You know what I'm saying? Mindmotion, man, off top, B. What the fuck is your real fucking name? Like, no one knows. I asked people, they were like, does anybody know Mindmotion's name? I was like, Geraldo.
It would be Hubert. No. It's Eric.
Yeah. What the last name, goddammit?
Racinos.
Who?
See, now they're going to come looking for me.
Yo, you heard it first on
don't ask for
Unfiltered
my
podcast
address.
show.
Tax man coming. Tax man coming.
What's Chuy Gomez's real name?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Jesus Gomez. That's no secret.
Yo, man, it's glad to have you here, man, because we grew up, both me and my little brother, we grew up with y'all, you know what I'm saying?
I literally grew up.
You know what I mean? Like, literally, I was raised with y'all in the same pen, so.
I'm talking about
Bro,
neon.
I know Terrence since he was wearing overalls.
Yeah, I still wear overalls.
I've been listening.
The same ones.
I've been
Yeah.
listening since the neon colors. I've been listening since the neon colors came here, boy.
I know Terrence since the Daisy Age.
Yeah,
The Daisy Age overalls.
yeah. De La Soul. Potholes in my lawn, 8th Street. I've been doing, yo,
We were just
Chewy.
talking that shit the other day, bro.
I can't even see this.
You know when I met, yeah, I can't, my stomach won't have it.
No
It be-
buttons.
Right. It be like a turtle and shit. Yo, I remember Chuy. I first met Chuy when he had long hair.
Man.
And a motherfucker was driving a van for KSOL. And we was a young rap group coming out of Oakland, California. And this motherfucker was doing the pop-up shit. You remember that shit, what?
Man,
You've been around.
That's my grassroots stuff, man. I love doing that. Man, I learned a lot. I was cruising with Barry Pope at the time. We was doing a lot of street hits.
Shit. I remember when you shut down the fucking bridge.
That was crazy.
You remember that shit? You remember that, bro?
No, he don't
You
remember
gonna
that.
tell me that story, man.
Duh, this shit
Let
was
me know
major.
that story, bro. You shut down the whole bridge.
Yeah, man. We was like doing this thing on the Mancow show. We were just mocking President Clinton. He had just shut down LAX to get a haircut.
Wow.
So Mancow says, "You're our goodwill ambassador. Why don't you go on the bridge and shut it down and get your haircut?" I'm like, "For real?" He goes, "Yeah, let's do that." I'm like, "All right, cool." And it's funny because you don't think about it. And I shut down 4 of the 5 lanes on the Bay Bridge, peak time like at 8:10 in the morning. Just go ahead and think about how long that backed that
You got
up.
a haircut.
Yep.
Yeah, got a haircut. I remember that shit.
On the bridge.
On the
That
bridge.
shit on the bridge, bro.
What?
That shit was legendary. I think Chuy was down there.
He was in the intersection getting
Yeah, man. Google it.
Pulled up and stopped.
How long was that extension cord? You got to scissor over comb over scissors and shit.
No, scissors. All you need is scissors and a comb.
Cause you had long hair back then.
Yeah, it's just a trim.
Oh, I forgot you was a barber.
I
I just forgot. I was like, why does he have the barber cord? Oh, this nigga's a barber. Yo, that shit. Yo, I want to know the fine for that bitch.
Man, I wish I knew. Luckily, I didn't have to
I
pay
thought
it.
it was about 800,000.
It's hella dough. I know
They
that.
had to pay like 1 day worth of.
Yeah, the whole
weekend.
That was on the fucking
Everybody
news.
across the bridge.
That's when the radio was dope.
But you know what? You can't buy that promotion, man. That was the best promo ever.
Shit.
That's like money. Can't buy that shit.
No.
You two have your own greatness, like not just because y'all been together for working together for over 10, 15 years, but you two have separate greatness. Like, you know what I mean? Mindmotion, you coming from an era of hip hop. Like, you brought hip hop to San Francisco, in my eye.
Yeah.
To the mainstream.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You know why? Because we were traveling. A lot of people don't travel. So, at an early age, I was able to travel and go see other markets and said, we need this back home. You know what I'm saying? And
I
we was
remember the
able-
park shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like your whole pirate DJ shit. How did the pirate DJs come to play?
Well, the pirate DJs became a part of just not us having a club. So we were living this life, right, that where we couldn't get a club to play hip hop at. Because we were going back to New York to, what was the conference?
Oh, the music conference.
And all that shit over there and all the parties, all the hip hop shit over there. And we didn't have nothing here at home. We had it like on little clubs, right? We had like the Cover Wagon and
Night Break
and shit, like little clubs. But it wasn't really like the big club where, you know, like where you saw New York and all these other big markets doing it. So we were living this lifestyle there. Our hip hop scene was at 2 a.m, you know, out in the beach. I used to bring 2 radios, hook them up, link them up with the cable, you know, make a cassette, and then just play them 2 a.m. and all that. So then we heard this song by Home T, Shabba Ranks, and Cocoa Tea. It was called Pirate Anthem. It was about the pirate radio stations in England, you know. But everything that they were talking about was what we were doing here in the club style.
Right.
So that's how we named ourselves the Pirate DJs. You know, like they were being like, you know, getting fucked over for playing reggae music.
Right.
Where England didn't accept the black reggae music back in the day. So they had to go do their own little pirate radio. You know, break into the radio stations, do their thing. So basically, we were doing now. You don't want us to play hip hop at a club. We take that shit to the park or the beach and do it at 2 a.m. and sell our own liquor at 2 a.m. and make money that way. You know what I'm saying? And then the promoters that said you can't do hip hop at a club, they were after our party seeing, goddamn, it's packed.
Right.
Fuck it, let's bring it here. You know, in 330 Rich Street, which is used to be called the Outback. Mm-hmm. They gave us our first shot to do a hip hop on a Tuesday night.
How many members are in the pirate DJs?
Originally, the original members is 1, 2, 3, like 5.
It was 5 of them.
Nev.
Yeah. It was Neville, Rolo, Ivan, Dark Money, and myself. 5.
Yeah.
Original.
This back in the day, little bro. There used to be a club off of
Night Break.
Nah, the one that was upstairs that we used to bring all the performers to. I-Beam. It was upstairs. And I got into a fight with these rappers. Yeah, I was a knucklehead back then. And these motherfuckers used to bring all these New York motherfuckers out here, and I love that shit. Like
For the Gavin conventions.
I remember all that shit. You know what I mean? Us, you know, being in the music game for that long. You know what I'm saying? Just now, how did you become a DJ? From your brother?
Yeah, well, I really had no choice. I wanted to be a graffiti writer. I didn't even want to DJ, you know. But my cousin was. My whole family was DJs.
Okay.
So then it was like I would help out this and that. But when they were going to the parties, I would catch the bus to the party and tag the whole bus.
Right.
So I show up to the party with my hand full of ink and all that. They'd be like, you can't show up to a wedding.
You still got graffiti skills?
Yeah, how your hand style? How your hand style now?
It's still good. I mean, you know, I gotta practice, but it's still there though.
You just can't whip. You can't whip out the whip.
Don't let him lie to you. He can whip it up.
Yeah,
Okay.
like it take me a few times.
We got cans in the back right now.
Yeah, no, it would take me a couple hours to get used to the thing. You know, I mean, you don't lose it. You just gotta
It's like riding a bike.
like ride the bike.
Shoot, we got the paper right there, bro.
Yeah.
By the time you leave, we need something.
So then my brother joined the Air Force, and then my cousin, he was all right. He wasn't the greatest DJ, but he was like the business and the technical guy. And I was already like learning from my brother. So when my brother left to the Air Force, I took over the business. You know, and we started doing the weddings and all the private parties. And then my brother came back, and then he started doing the clubs. Then he got into house. So he was doing the night break. He was the first guy to do hip hop club in the night break on Haight Street. Then he got into house music from going East Coast. You know that guy. He goes, I don't want DJ hip hop no more. You want the club? I said, I'll take the club. And from then on, it was just like nonstop. You know, that was my first
boom
hip hop. And then from there, and the reason I came Mindmotion because the mobile, when we used to do the house parties on that, the group used to be called Mindmotion Master Mix because it was 4 of us.
Right.
So it was like an aim for each of us. So when I already had the streets on lock and all that, I said, well, fuck it, I'm just going to keep Mindmotion so those people follow me to the club.
What was your first DJ name?
The original, my name?
Like, first DJ name.
Eazy-E.
Eazy-E. before you heard
he's the original.
Actually, though, the first Eazy-E was Houdini's DJ. People don't know that.
He sure
People don't know that. The
He
first
sure
Eazy-E
was.
was in so then I didn't take his name because somebody gave me that name.
Right.
But then I heard Eazy-E, and the Eazy-E got the word.
Right.
Remember Houdini?
Right.
But I go, oh, he in New York, ain't nobody know his ass. You know, they know me here.
Right.
But then LA Eazy-E came and just blew the fuck up. So let me change that name. I can't do that. Don't worry. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, so I kept the name Mindmotion. So since I already had the street following, Mission Street everywhere.
Right.
I said, well, there's people who follow me to a club now. They know, oh, Mindmotion's at a club now. So that's what made me kind of successful at the club, that I already had the street foundation, and then everybody turned 21. Oh, fuck it, let's go to a club now. You remember Night Break?
Yeah.
That motherfucker held like, 50 people, and there was like 400 motherfuckers in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
So that's how all that became about, you know.
That's just legendary shit, you know what I'm saying? Bro, these two dudes are so... only one person I think in the Bay Area when I think of this word, iconic. You know what I'm saying? And it is Chuy Gomez. As being as iconic as he is, Chuy, how does it feel now than what it did 20 years ago? You know what I'm saying? Like your progression. Like how do you feel about who Chuy Gomez is as an iconic person? Because you're iconic. You're like fucking, you like the Beyonce of the Bay.
He said the Beyonce.
It's much prettier.
I don't have the curves, but I'm a little more prettier.
Oh, you got the curves.
So, I mean, it's dope though. I mean, because just even walking here from across the street, I was over there having some chicken at the corner, and I'm walking over, like 3-4 people said, "What's up, Chuy?" And so it's like, you know, you feel like the mayor. Like
You are the mayor.
You know, it's so dope. Like people recognize you, and the fact that I was doing TV and radio both at the same time put a face with the voice. Because if you think back to radio, for those that are in radio now, a lot of them only thanks to Instagram do you know who they are. But before that, it was just the voice. You didn't know what nobody looked like. But Chuy was on CMC, and all the jails showed me, and everybody that was broke watched CMC because you didn't need cable to watch CMC.
Right.
So we were
That
broke
was
man's
our shit.
MTV.
Right after school. It came on right after school.
So I was like the latchkey kid's babysitter.
Yeah.
Like every kid came home and watched CMC to watch the videos, and so that put a face to them. So I became everybody's uncle, cousin, you know, just somebody that they felt they knew because I was in their house.
Yeah.
I was like the cat. Like I was in your house every day. So that put a face to the voice, and that allowed me to make it 3-dimensional and make you feel like part of the family. Because like I said, you're sitting at your house, you watching me probably more than you seen your dad or your mom, because mom was working, grinding. And so you at home watching Chuy, and you felt like, you know, oh, that's Big Unc. That's cousin Chuy or whatever. So that was real big for me.
for sure
That just made me like you know, one of the family.
Bro, you was working all goddamn day.
And mind you, he already had his street cred in South San Francisco too, right?
Right.
So the same thing, he already had his street following heavy. Because I couldn't DJ in South San Francisco. They'd be like, nah, we got Chuy. Even before I met Chuy, I was like, who the fuck is Chuy? Like, I couldn't do the high school dances in South San Francisco because they'd be like, oh, Chuy's doing it. I'm like, this motherfucker, I don't even know who this is. So when I met him, I was like, oh, okay, you the reason I don't DJ in South San Francisco, you know?
Right. That shit is crazy as fuck. So that shit is just ill. Like how I see motherfuckers like Chuy's been so iconic just in so many different ways, not just working at radio. You know what I'm saying? But at one point, when did you think it shifted? Have you ever thought like your what you've given to society in the brand of music and radio?
I don't really think about it though. I mean, I just do what I love. Like it's funny, and even dates become blurred to me. Like somebody say, "Oh, that Biggie record came out in '93." I don't know. It just came out when I was doing radio. So I don't know '93 from '87 to 2003. It all just meshes together. I just love what I do, and I just do what I do. So,
Right.
so when people go, man, when I used to go home and you played Tupac, or you told us that Selena died or Tupac died or something, man, I can remember where I was at. I can't. But I mean, the people that's it touched them so hard that they remember. I was in my car. My mama had just finished whooping my ass, and you said Tupac died, and like that, all of a sudden everything was different for me. So I mean, so for me, nothing's really changed for me. I just live every day and keep doing what I love to do, and so that's what keeps me going.
Hell yeah, fuck yeah. Oh, you know what I want to know? I want this play. I want to Unfiltered podcast show, and I'm sure you want to know this too, bro. Like, what the fuck happened at KML? How the fuck did the KML? I want to know on the Unfiltered podcast show the real reason why the
I
fuck.
think the Bay want to know.
Hell yeah.
The whole Bay
like
wanna know what's
how? Why the fuck? How the fuck? Because at one point, Chuy, you were bigger than the station, and I think that became an issue. You know what I'm saying?
That could have been.
You know what I mean? You became bigger than the station, so
His paycheck.
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think the paycheck should have mattered because they should have been giving that to him anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I want you two to tell me why the fuck they fired the hottest motherfuckers in radio at the height of your renegotiation.
I think what you just said is what it was. The hottest dudes on radio. We were bigger than the radio station. They knew that, and they had to kind of sort of try and check us and keep us down. So it's like, oh, we're gonna take that away from them. But they don't realize that when you got love from the streets gonna love you regardless of whether I'm on Cameo or whether I'm just cruising in my car and going to the party or whatever. Because I'm out there kissing hands and shaking hands and kissing babies all day long. So I'm at somebody's wedding. I'm at somebody's quinceañera. I'm at the swap meet. I'm at this candlelight vigil or whatever. So you see me. I'm not one of them radio DJs that talks and goes home.
Right.
I'm everywhere. So with that being said, I think at that time was they've said we need to take the superstar DJs off the radio, the Chuy Gomez, the Don Blues, the Rick Chases, because those are who they're tuning in. They're not tuning into the radio station for the station. They're tuning in for these guys. And so they try to do that away, and they started paying people less. And so if they put in somebody else that's making less money than you and they still got ratings, that was enough for them. So I think that it's all economics.
Right.
But they didn't shut us down, obviously, because I've been off KMEL for 12 years
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
I don't know. It's whatever.
It's been
I think they ruined a good thing though.
They sure did.
Because I feel like y'all could have been like Big Boy or Sway or like I think they stunted you're still a legend, but they stunted you from being like nationwide. Like we in Philly, everybody talking about Chuy. We in Texas, people talking about Chuy. I mean, I'm sure the people do.
They do. I mean,
Hell yeah.
I mean, the name
But they
travels,
stopped
and
something
people
great.
come up when they come to the Bay. Oh, I've heard about you. I heard about what you've been doing. We heard about how you've been laying it down for years, and et cetera.
Yeah.
And that don't stop. I mean, it's already in the books.
Yeah.
We did what we did, and we left our mark. So at this
Y'all
point,
still doing it.
we still doing it. But I'm saying our mark is still already there.
Right.
Just like Mindmotion, when there was no clubs playing hip hop at all, he was that breath of fresh air that came.
Right.
And now every club play hip hop, but they don't know how hard it was for Mindmotion to get a gig in a club back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you couldn't get in there playing hip hop. So him bringing, starting from little clubs, the night breaks and doing the Firehouse.
Firehouse.
Death Row.
God damn. We couldn't even fit up the ladder going up to the fucking DJ booth. We got too big.
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah.
talking.
And I had records at that time.
We had to push the crates up.
Hey, a couple of episodes we was talking about how niggas just started getting in the club. Not alone they were like stopping hip hop, but they wasn't even letting it making up rules. Like I call them the nigga rules. No, you ain't getting in them.
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's
real
crazy.
funny.
They would ask the brothers for 2 pieces of ID.
Come on.
No,
You gotta
been fucked up.
gotta bring your birth certificate to the club and
who
shit.
carry their birth certificate or 2 pieces of ID?
Come on.
At the club, and they knew they weren't gonna let you in. You walking up with tennis shoes, and the guy before you, 3 people ahead of you walked in, but they go, "We don't let tennis shoes in." Hold
Right.
on, the dude 3 people ahead of me
And
got
then,
in.
and then they don't even know that you got shoes in the trunk just
Right.
for that. You come
Yeah.
back with, then they be like,
But
nah,
you come
it's
back with shoes and then make some other
they
shit up.
make some more shit up.
Oh yeah, you wearing a hoodie now? We need
You ain't got your
collared shirt.
haircut. Nah, you ain't.
Right, forever.
Yeah, but not only was they not letting hip hop in, they just wasn't letting us, people of color in the club. Period.
True.
They didn't.
No,
they
true.
didn't care about our music. They just didn't want us. And And like,
trust me, it still goes on, but it's not out there right now.
Yeah, I mean,
it's real fucked up still. But
me personally, I
don't see it.
I don't even go out to the city for that reason. I kind of stay in the town because we don't really give a fuck in the town. You go in what you got on. Everybody's accepted. But in the city for sure, like. Especially as a young nigga, it was hard. Like,
we all from the city.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, yo, we got to kill the rumors because I've heard 2 rumors about why the fuck y'all got let go.
Talk about it.
The first one that I heard was some bullshit. That y'all was taking under money from artists, blah, blah, blah. And I was, all right, cool. So we squashed that one. And then the second one I heard that you wanted like fucking $2 million or some bullshit. So we squashed that, boom, because motherfuckers was hitting me on the line like, yo, da-da-da-da. Anyway, the person who fired you 2 great motherfuckers should have a fuck you finger in his face still. And I know who the fuck he is, so if you listen, motherfucker, or your kids is listening, fuck you
got no kids.
still. You know what I'm saying?
No kids.
and
that's real talk.
I think we know.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't even gonna put it out
And
there.
they treated, and you know what? Another thing that I'm disappointed about, that when it happened, I felt like colleagues didn't support you 2. And that pissed me off.
That's
like,
real talk, bro.
It's niggas on the radio right now that I felt that didn't have a voice then, that maybe have a voice now. No, they didn't support you. Like, the street supported you, but your colleagues did. And I ain't saying no fucking names. They know who the fuck I'm talking about.
True.
But at that particular time, I remember wearing a fuck KML t-shirt. And then they fired you first, and then it lingered on to you. So, you know what I'm saying? It was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, back on that note, y'all been very successful just pushing forward to the brand.
And on a real quick note, like I stayed on about a month and a half after Chuy left.
We was waiting for you to get the boot.
And they hated that I was still doing parties with Chuy.
Oh, yeah.
They wanted me
Separation.
straight.
Cut ties.
That's some fucking
And I was like,
bullshit.
that's not going to happen.
Fuck shit. That's
that's not going to happen.
shit.
So they basically, when they let go of Chuy, they wanted everybody in that building to forget about Chuy.
Right.
And they hated that I'm over here still doing Latino Fridays and fucking Cream of Beach and all that shit, and Chuy's still involved, and they was like, how the fuck, And they also hated that it wasn't Chuy Gomez 106 KML on the Instagram. They hated that it wasn't Mindmotion KML on Instagram. It was just Mindmotion.
I remember seeing the Chuy trucks.
They were saying that I got one word that we weren't really loyal to the station. We were more loyal because I didn't have the KML after my name on the Instagram.
Stupid.
Bullshit.
It's bullshit.
So it was like, what the fuck? So now, when they let go of Chuy and I'm still fucking with Chuy, nothing's going to change, and they fucking
You was bringing hot records. He was on the front
They
line.
detested that when he got let go and I was still rocking with him.
You was breaking records then.
Yep.
Like back then, breaking records.
yeah.
Like they don't do that no more.
Even them fucking man or PD or even calling, he even said, "Man, you the best radio DJ I ever heard." Even after he let me go, we was at the Empire party. He goes, "You're still my favorite radio DJ." Yeah, but it stays there, right?
How about your favorite DJ?
I don't want to pay you, but
Hey, well, fuck it. I still think. Let me put it like this: if KML was to say, "Hey, we want you back," would you do it?
Money had to be right. I mean, honestly,
would you do it?
I mean, a job is a job. I mean, I do what I do because I love what I do.
Chuy,
so
would you fucking do it?
Yeah,
Yes or no?
Yeah, I
Stop
told you
fumbling.
I would. A job
yes
is a
or
job.
no?
I told you yes.
So I'm gonna start a petition.
You ain't gonna get nowhere.
What if I do? I want 10% of your salary.
That
You
change
can get
.org be
Okay,
working.
you heard it. I get 10% of Chuy's salary if it go back
you got
there.
a fucking meter or PPM meter. They ain't trying to listen to nobody.
Man,
It's all
hey,
about that meter. Right?
hey, God works in mysterious ways. But I just, you know what I mean? I mean, that ain't the biggest thing in y'all history, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want that to be.
That's why I ain't even sweating.
Hell nah.
It's a great stamp, and I mean, and I've been Chuy Gomez before the radio station,
Right.
and I'm
That's
still
what I
Chuy
said.
Gomez.
That's what I said.
So
Right.
we keep doing what we
He was
do.
already rolling before this.
Yeah,
Right.
You know, Chuy and Mindmotion definitely were already in the streets.
I'm gonna be honest with you. They was after me since '92 to come to KML. Alex Mejia. Since Alex Mejia was the mixer, yo, we need you, and I was like, nah, because I got the street shit, I got Cream of B, I'm popping. So now I don't need that. They got Rick Lee. And I was like, I
Right.
have Rick Lee. And then after a while, Chuy's the first one that brought me out there. We used to do every Tuesdays on his show.
Pirate Radio.
You know what I'm saying? We
I
used to call it
remember.
Pirate Radio.
I remember.
And the only
That
reason
late as fuck.
And no, this is early.
This was
early.
before featured
Okay,
on my
okay.
night show.
This is
Before they got their own
This
show.
is before we started already. This is just Chuy bringing me in because we got Cream of Beat.
Right.
And he was basically saying, I want you to do what you do, Cream of Beat, on the Tuesday night for a little, 20 minutes, 20 minute, half-hour show. You know what I'm saying? And I only did it because it was Chuy. Alex Mejia came at me and I was like, I don't want to do radio. You know, I got my shit popping right here, you know. My shit was popping so hard that I was controlling the record labels when the artists came to the
You
town.
was breaking records.
So basically, say like Redman said, we're going to be at KML on this day. Mindmotion, when is Cream of Beat? The following week. Okay, we switching now to the following week. Now radio's pissed. Oh, what the fuck? Who are these guys controlling when the artists come to the market? You know what I'm saying? It's like, so when they came at me on radio, I was like, I don't want to do that shit. I'm good. But as you get older and you need a job, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Look, now barely any artists be there.
oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on, look at that shit.
Yep, fuck them.
Yeah, bullshit.
Anyway,
I got a question for y'all though, man. I know y'all done many summer jams. Like, can y'all give us one of y'all favorite summer jam moments that nobody knows about? Like behind the scenes, your favorite behind the scenes summer jam moment.
E40 and Biggie.
Oh,
you mean when Biggie was about to get his ass whooped?
Yeah.
Oh, can you?
And they rushed my guy DJ Enough right here at the Marriott.
Can you?
And Enough was like, yo, I'm just a DJ.
Can you legally talk about?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly what the beef was about, but I remember that 40 was mad because he spent like 20 racks on the time up. Remember the Rolex watch?
Right.
He had a whole drop and all that, and then Biggie flexed and basically said, I have problems with this guy. He can't perform. You know, and they kicked the whole 40
The whole crew out.
And then it just got mayhem. I already had left, so it was like kind of like I was hearing all the word, but when I found out and all that, and then my man Enough hit me, the DJ at that time for Biggie, man, they just rushed me right here at the Marriott Oakland because they had us staying right here. Where Enough was like, yo, I'm just a DJ, bro. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But I was one of the... And also Short and the Loonies, remember that?
Yeah, I remember Short came down there and pounced on them niggas.
Okay.
Boink, boink, boink.
Yeah, that's what
Hey,
Loonies...
Chris Hicks, remember
That's
that?
what Loonies said that's what Short got... That's what the time got rid of Short, remember?
Man, I was there.
For those that don't know, can you do like a little backstory on that one
On the,
for the listeners?
that was on the Player Hater, right? When the town got... So something happened between them, and then the Loonies put that line.
You don't remember that in the song, bro?
Player Haters. He goes, that's
Yeah.
where the town got rid of Short.
Yeah.
And then they had the Loonies and Too Short, the Summer Jam.
And it was
that was the
nuts.
last Summer Jam in Mountain View. That was the last. But they tore that shit up.
No, they whooped Chris Hicks' ass in the motherfucking Chris Hicks. If you listening, you know what the fuck happened, nigga. I love you, nigga, but your dreads was swinging that day.
That was the last Summer Jam at the Shoreline for a while.
Yeah.
What about you, Chuy?
Man, they all just meshed together. I mean, there were so many good moments, so many bad moments. I can't say there was one that really stuck out besides the one where Short and them ran through there looking for the Loonies. Everybody ran in the offices scared. That was a crazy one. That was a crazy one.
Okay. Jeez, because I want to know. Because you only see what happens in the stands when you go check it out.
Yeah, this was so backstage. The people in the stands didn't even know this happened because this is how it happened backstage.
They didn't know that 40 got into it with Biggie. They just know
Yeah,
that 40
right.
didn't get on.
Right. Well, they had some previous issues anyway, but that was the
that's what
start
I'm
of
saying.
it.
Like the audience didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Well, I remember also MC Hammer. Remember when they got Hammer to do a 10-minute set, 20-minute set?
And then 45 minutes?
And they told him, just do the hits.
And that nigga did a whole 9 hours.
And that motherfucker went into a fucking hour of gospel. Right? And the boss was pissed. He was like, get him off, right? And right when they was going to get him off, Hammer brings a little cancer kid. He goes, I'm dedicated, and then there was no way of kicking him out at that point.
Right.
So that shit went hella off the hook right there.
That shit is nuts. So, yo, how does it feel to be two Latino brothers in an environment that was created by a bunch of non-Latino members? Like, y'all represent the Latino community. You know, people like you being in hip hop, it's spread. You know what I'm saying? So, how does it feel to be that? And then also, did you want to be a nigga? Have you ever wanted to be a nigga?
Nope.
All right. I only say that because
love the music,
because
man.
because you motherfuckers is niggas. That's
I'm just saying,
I can keep
somehow
it real
we
like
get
that.
treated the same way anyway, so it don't matter.
I didn't even think y'all was Latino. I just looked at you as niggas.
Nah, we
Trust
all
me, bro.
Bay
Well,
Areans.
you can't get in, I can't get in.
I even greet you like, what's up, my nigga?
If you can't get in that club, I can't get in that
Right.
club. Oh, shit, there go mamas.
And we all got black wives. What the fuck?
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's just there's a strong Latino community here that you also tap into.
Yeah.
You tap into
You know
it
what
all.
I'm saying? You
the
tap
Bay Area-
into it all.
The Bay Area
I
has a
always
melting
said
pot.
I always said it's bigger than that because if like you really from the Bay, you never really looked at race like that. It's like it was
No,
all,
Right.
not from the
Right.
Bay.
It was all just one. We
Right.
really
Right.
got race right now because we're being invaded. You know,
Yeah.
and it's hella
Right.
like it's hella obvious. You can. It's not even like looking at you. I'm looking at black people saying that I'm looking at these new white people. It's like, man, you don't belong here.
Right.
You know, but like being a Bay Arean was a race in itself.
Right.
You know, it wasn't no colors. Like you got down with the Asians, you got down with the blacks and the Mexicans. It's all a cultural thing. As long as everybody shared the same culture, it was all the same color in all of our.
We just named everything black.
Especially in entertainment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sure.
Like I DJ for everybody. The Supermax put me on back in Cortland Street.
Yeah,
you know?
but it ain't like y'all listening to rock and roll.
I don't know. Rock
Yeah,
and
but I
roll.
listen to Banda.
Who?
Listen
Listen to Norteños.
Who was that?
Yo,
Mexican shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I listen to it all, man. love it
I
all.
know that. I
But
get
I
I
with it,
get
and
that.
it's
I'm
funny.
coming
You
today.
remember the Solar System?
Yes.
Okay, so you know Big Bob?
Yep.
So Big Bob took me to Solar System to go battle the Scratch Masters, right? We in Hunters Point,
Right.
right? I came in there battle, and I fucking killed them dudes, right? And they was like, oh shit, the Mexicans beat the black guys. You know what I'm saying? And we're in Hunters Point, there's only 3 of us. I'm like, damn, we about to get our ass kicked, right?
Woo-wee. Hey,
You know
see,
what?
Right.
It wasn't even like that. Everybody was clapping.
Love.
It was like, oh shit. And you know what was the next move? Fucking Big Bob took me to the Fillmore to DJ 4IC and Ronnie Ojo Cooley. Says that before that I could never do black parties. I was always in the Mission and all that.
Right.
It wasn't until Big Bob to that battle.
And this was the biggest promoter back
Big
in the
Bob
day.
was like the fucking Africa Bambaataa
Right.
of the area.
Right,
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Sure
He's
was.
the first motherfucker to do hip hop
Yeah.
concerts. in the
390
Bay Area, you know what I'm saying?
pounds full of muscle.
Right. So Big Bob, after that battle at the Solar System Hunters Point, took me to the Fillmore, and I started doing all the parties in the Fillmore. And from then on, it was like,
It was on.
We don't give a fuck, Elan or what? That's the
Yeah.
motherfucker, you know.
He
We-
rocking the crowd.
You don't even. That's what I'm saying. Like even now, I'd be like, "What's up, my nigga?" I don't even think they Latin. I thought Chuy was black. So it just, I mean, just because y'all culturally are attached, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know if black people are attached to their culture. I don't know. Last time I wore my African medallion, you know what I'm saying? But just as you guys are attached to your culture, and I really think that's dope as fuck. That how you even know what's going on in your community because it is strong. Like, you know what I mean?
Bro, because
Where are you from?
I'm from South City, man. I grew up in the city in Potrero Hill for a little bit, and then after 6th grade, we moved out to South City. I've been there ever since in the peninsula.
But where are your family from? Your
Jalisco,
origin?
Mexico.
And you? Because you ain't even Mexican.
No, he's Salvadorian.
Yeah.
El Salvador.
They sell a lot of cocaine.
That's that MS-13 shit.
Hey, Chuy, man, I know your son kind of like my age, so he got you tapped into any young acts. Who you fucking with right now?
Man, I'm just digging the scene, man.
The scene as a whole.
I'm liking the vibrancy of the scene. The kids, because the kids are starting their own movements. They're not waiting for the movement to happen. They create their own movements. You know, even with his clothing line, Dirty Pesos, he's got his own lane. He ain't worried about nobody else, and they support each other. That's the beauty of it all. That that the youngsters right now are moving real parallel to each other. Nobody's trying to outdo anybody.
That's a good.
They
That's a
buying
beauty.
bottles and wearing $500
And that's
sneakers.
dope, though. That's dope. You know, like, I like that shit. It's like his son there is fucking
Yo.
he a boss out there, man.
Legend gave birth to a baby legend.
Yeah.
Nephew, and I never thought he would do that. Like, even him coming up, he just went in. Big shout to Peso. I need a fucking 3X. No, I'm a 2X
I'm
now.
still waiting for my
2X now.
Yeah, that motherfucker make like 1 2X and shit in the
I
shipment.
heard he's only gonna start doing mediums in a minute.
He a fucking extra large. Yeah, that's all they gonna do. Big shout to my nephew, blood. Yo, how do you feel now about your brand? Because y'all still together.
Oh, we just keep moving. Like I said,
Right.
we pushing the music scene, we pushing the party scene, we just pushing lifestyle. That's it.
Or
There you
better
go.
yet, like, what the fuck is next? What's next? I know y'all pushing, but what's next, man? What's in the pot, man?
Like,
What
why
y'all
the fuck you turned down the soccer shit? You
What?
turned down the soccer shit?
It was conflict of interest. It wasn't really conflict of interest. I'm doing the San Jose Earthquakes along with the Oakland Roots, and their schedule. Like
Oh,
yesterday
okay.
was opening day for Earthquakes and the
Oh, at the same
Roots.
time.
And they're at the same time.
Yeah.
So I told them I can't really mess with the Roots right now. So I am doing stuff with the Roots
Okay,
in
cool.
May.
Okay.
In May, I'm doing all of May. I'm doing all the home games in May with the Oakland Roots. But right now, I did all last season with the San Jose Earthquakes. I'm doing this season again with my NorCal DJs.
Okay.
And so we're out there. So we'll be out there every home game. We play 2 hours before the game, 15 minutes during halftime, and then an hour after.
Oh, bet.
We're up there getting them dancing. So.
Yo, these motherfuckers got a hot ass party to rock to today. You know what I'm saying? That we gonna go through and spread love. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go get high,
For women there.
give out hella weed in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? I've been fucking with my emotions. We nuts. You know what I'm saying? Between me, him, and his wife, we nuts. All three of us. She watches us like she's like a big eagle hawk and watches her kids. We're like her kids, and we all been. You know what I'm saying? It's dope that we all got a different vibe, like a special family vibe. Like I know Chuy different than I know you, and like we all come from that. You know what I'm saying? I just thank y'all for coming on the show today. You know what I'm saying? And just spreading love to the people and letting them know that you still out there. You ain't went nowhere.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? We still saying fuck KML, even
day.
sometime when we mad. Even though Sana G is my homegirl, I love her too. But sometimes motherfuckers can act like bitches.
We talk about this
You know what I'm saying?
fuck corporate.
Yeah, fuck corporate.
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
KML, that's corporate. You know what I'm saying? You got rid of this dopest motherfuckers alive, and now they still popping, bitch. Now what? Now, you know what I'm saying? We trying to get it back. KML, call me direct. Call Marketing King. I represent Chuy Gomez and Mindmotion. We'll get them back on the air. We'll double your motherfucking responses, and Instagram will be fucking crazy. Let's go. All right, no problem. We need our own show. We need a 4-hour show. That's it.
There it is.
And you didn't want the morning show. We'll take a motherfucking evening show. We'll
I
switch
can't
time.
do mornings no more.
Yeah, fuck, we too old.
I wake up at 3.
You know what I'm saying? Unfiltered, we out this bitch. We want to say thank you to these two motherfuckers, man.
All right.
We'll see you next week. Next week is going down. Who we got coming in? A young rapper? No, one of them motherfuckers. Larry June.
I think
Larry
probably,
June.
Probably Rex Life Raj.
Yeah, Rex Life Rod. You got all these motherfuckers, man. Yo, thank y'all, man. Love both of y'all. Peace
Thank you.
out. We out. Unfiltered Podcast Show. See you later, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, wait a minute. Keep rolling. I'm too late?
Yep.
Not for video. Am I too late for video?
Nah, you good.
Yo, support KC Barbecue always. Unfiltered Podcast.
Always.
Show. That's our sponsored food right there. Every motherfucking week we fucking with you. Until we can't afford it.